Good afternoon. I'm your host, Amanda Holloway for Solving Water, a Xylem Podcast, and I'm coming to you live from MINExpo International 2021 in Las Vegas. I can't tell you how good it feels to be back at a live trade show for the first time since February 2020. And I just want to thank all our listeners for joining us for this special series about the mining industry. We have some great conversations in store for you, giving you perspectives that you won't find anywhere else. Hello, I'm back at MINExpo 2021. I'm sitting here with Jeff Weido, and he is the Director of Marketing for our Industrial Solutions business at Xylem. And we're just really happy to have you here today. The first thing that I usually ask guests at the podcast are to talk a little bit about what they do for Xylem.
Sure. Well, first off, thanks for having me, Amanda. Great to be here and great to be at MINExpo in Las Vegas. So what do I do at Xylem? So I've only been with Xylem for a few short months, but very excited to be a part of this team. We have a ton of new opportunities within the industrial vertical, mining being a big segment for our focus for several different marketing initiatives that we're working on right now. So I essentially oversee all marketing activities for our verticals within industrial. As I mentioned, mining is a big one. We also do oil and gas. We do power generation, pulp and paper, food and beverage. So industrial is a very big channel that we focus on. Yeah,
there's a lot going on. It's like a bunch of mini verticals within.
That's right.
The bigger industrial vertical.
Yeah, we throw a lot into the general industrial as well. So everybody tends to throw a lot of just the miscellaneous into general. So we cover a lot of different segments.
That's awesome. And so you just mentioned you just joined Xylem a little earlier this year, right?
That's correct. Yeah, back in May.
Welcome. We're glad to have you.
Thank you. Happy to be here. Excited. Yeah, thank you.
And I just wanted to ask you a little bit about your previous roles and how those experiences have influenced you in your job now. I know it's still early, but I'm sure there's things you're bringing to help you here at Xylem.
Absolutely. So my background is primarily in industrial construction equipment, mostly on the product management side. I did global product management for some big industrial construction equipment manufacturers. Also ran marketing and training teams as well. So I'm very familiar and comfortable with, general construction and industrial type applications and end users. Mining's a little new to me specifically, but that's the fun part of coming in and learning a new customer, a new segment, new products. But I consider myself a product guy and a marketing guy. So happy to bring those skills and expertise to Xylem.
So building on that, what do you think is one of the more interesting things you've learned so far during your time at Xylem?
I think the technology side of what we do is really intriguing. The water technology and the future of water and just the importance. I've heard that this happened through my onboarding, is that water is one of our most precious resources, and we can't manufacture water. That really stuck with me, and from a cultural standpoint, really interesting that we have such a focus on that, and the sustainability of what we're trying to do as well is huge at Xylem. That's across the board culturally, and just the collaboration we have across each function and sub-vertical is nice to see as well.
And then now tell me about MINExpo and the Xylem booth and what people can expect to see at the Xylem booth or could expect to see at the Xylem booth. We'll also be posting a lot of stuff after the fact just to share with anyone who couldn't make it to the show.
Sure.
So,
yeah, first off, we're doing a lot of VOC, so we're basically trying to get voice of customer, voice of end user, trying to understand some of their pain points and what we can do to help them with some of those solutions. Also, we are unveiling a virtual mining world, which is just an interactive world to show them different applications and really our plethora of products that we have for some of those solutions. And also product innovation. I mean, we're a very innovative company in all the solutions and products that we provide. It's always nice to highlight those innovations at a show such as MINExpo.
In the virtual mining world, that's a really cool tool. And it's available on our website, right?
It is, yeah. So we just launched it. It's its own website, so it's a separate site, if you will. But any person can get access to it. You don't need a special login or anything, and it's just a very interactive site that you can go in. And it's interesting today watching our experienced sales teams and even some of our training folks that have been with the company a long, long time, using that as the tool to go into the booth and have dialogue and conversations with the customers today. Really get specifically asking them about their applications, and it's just a very useful self-guided tour that you can do and look at different ways to use our products.
Yeah.
So that's been really rewarding for me to see that tool is making a big impact.
Well, and I think you learn so much more than you didn't even know that you didn't know, if that makes sense.
Sure.
So the fact is we have product for basically every process in a mine. And so that's to be able to see that all in one. It's like a 3D virtual world. You can, zoom into different parts of a mine operation and understand the solutions that we have.
And what's interesting about that too is we were having a conversation today in the booth about that, is that customers and users, they want to know how products work. It's easy to come in and look at a static display of a pump and how great it looks, but people want to understand how products look, whether it's a huge mining dump truck or a water pump. They're genuinely interested in understanding how that product works, and through the virtual world, we have the ability to show that to them in real time in that type of interaction here at the show. So that's been really nice this week.
I know a big benefit to attending MINExpo is the ability to hear directly from the industry as to what their biggest challenges are. And that changes minute to minute these days. So what issues are surfacing for you? You mentioned you're doing some voice of customer. What are they talking about? What are rising to the top as some challenges for them?
I think they are looking to Xylem to be the expert that we are marketing ourselves to be, right? I mean, they're coming in, they're looking for those complete solutions for their water, challenges that they have. I've seen and heard some conversations today that they're valid conversations where they're looking for our knowledge and expertise. In fact, combined booth knowledge, we have over 250 years of experience in dewatering and mining. In fact, we have 55 years of experience just in folks that have worked in mines. So our teams get it, they understand it, they've lived that world for a long, long time, and I think that bodes really well. I heard one story today, for example, where a customer came in, we recognized the customer, we recognized their pain points, and just the way we articulated and spoke with them, they said, we've been at this show all day, and that's the first time someone recognized just the terminology, and it was a really in-depth, good conversation. They didn't have to explain their pain points in depth. They didn't have to, we just got it right away. And that was really powerful to see that, and even the smile on the sales guy's face after that conversation. So again, it just shows the confidence in our team that we have here representing Xylem, and that makes me proud to be a part of the team here.
Couldn't agree more. I was talking with Bill Beasley earlier and Chris Bauman, and the passion for the job is just incredible.
Absolutely. You can't replicate. It's hard to replicate that. You either have it or you don't. It's a natural. It comes naturally with that group.
Is there anything specific you want to talk about in regards to some of our product solutions at the booth? I mean, not necessarily at the booth, but we have some of them on display at the booth. Obviously, we couldn't fit all of our solutions because they're pretty broad.
We did our best with the virtual mining world, so you can, I guess in theory, you can see all the products in that, so that's kind of neat. But I think the diversification of our product range, our expertise in water, the sustainability aspect that I kind of mentioned already, those are kind of reasons to come and have those, very educated conversations with our mining experts that are on our stand. So that in itself, I think the product speaks for itself. When it comes to really the quality of our manufacturing, the quality of our product that we stand behind, And we've been making pumps a long time. We know what we're doing there, and I think people really trust that, and that's a huge benefit to Xylem and all the brands that we represent.
It's great. It sounds like it's been a really good day at the show.
It was a great day. Yeah, I mean, we had some really solid traffic. I think overall, coming into this, of course, during this time in our world, we were, I think, a little unsure, but it was solid traffic. This show is every 4 years, and so it's actually been 5 years because it got pushed out a year. So I think people were ready to get back on the show floor, interact with companies such as Xylem, and just get a chance to learn about what they've missed for the past 4 or 5 years since.
And if people wanted to learn more, we'll put that in our show notes so everyone can access it there. But if they want more information in general, they want to talk to somebody about mining, where can they go?
Yeah, Xylem.com, of course, is the main source. I'd say with our Xylem Industrial Solutions, we do a lot of social media with that, specifically on LinkedIn, which is really great for us. We do a lot of social play there, so look at us there. But I'd say Xylem.com is always the default. We have a really good website that kind of takes you and helps navigate you to your specific product or application that you're wanting to get an answer for.
Yeah, absolutely. We were talking about how our approach really to mine water operations is very holistic, right? So, I mean, we can work on a little tiny widget problem in a big machine, or we can do a soup to nuts massive project installation for you.
Absolutely.
And that is a credit to not just our portfolio, but also, as you mentioned, the expertise that we have behind our people.
Yep, absolutely.
So I have one more question for you, Jeff.
Okay.
It's not on your list.
It's not on my list.
You're not on your list. You ready? What's the most important thing you've learned in the water business so far? Which has only been a few months.
It has. I think, look, we are leaders in water technology. We truly care about the sustainability of water and getting that message and communication across. That to me has been a massively compelling thing over the past few months, or my first few months, I should say. And we build really solid relationships with our channel partners and our end customers. And they are the backbone of what we do and why we go to work every day. So excited to continue to drive that and help push that for Xylem. So I appreciate that question and look forward to several more years of helping drive Xylem business and solutions for our customers.
That sounds great. Well, it was a great conversation. Thank you for being here, Jeff.
Thanks for having me.
And yeah, we'll talk again soon.
All right. Thank you, Amanda.
The Solving Water podcast is produced and distributed by Xylem, a global water technology company of more than 16,000 employees committed to solving critical water and infrastructure challenges worldwide. Stream, download, and subscribe